Hello from the great state of Missouri. My name is Ryan Sobotka, and I'm a 27-year-old senior mechanical engineering student at the University of Missouri in Columbia, Missouri. Currently, I'm on co-op at a company called Snorkel International. They build aerial lift platforms for the construction industry, which is basically just a big mobile machine that takes you really freaking high up in the air. I think our highest one goes up 126 foot, so it's pretty fun. You get to deal with a lot of different aspects of engineering at a company like that. It's a kind of a smaller company. The engineering group is kind of small, and I'm lucky enough to be in the new product development, research and development kind of side. We got jack of all trades, master of none, which my grandpa said is probably a really good thing to be, but he also said that never let the truth stand in the way of a good story. And I don't know if that's the best advice. Maybe it is if you're at the bar drinking with a bunch of buddies, but anyway. But I'm lucky enough to be in that group, and it's small enough where I get to do everything that the degreed engineers get to do. So I get to do structural analysis. I get to do all the math behind the machine. I get to do hydraulics design, controller design, new product design, which is actually making the brackets, and it's really neat the way it's set up. Is I get to design the part, I get to build the part, then I get to put it out on a machine, and I get to test it. And that's really valuable when it comes to your education, because it's very rare that you get to take something all the way through from the inception to all the way out to the testing production phase at one company. Usually you're very fractured at a lot of companies that I've talked to. So it's pretty fun, but I think those kind of experiences that I've had is probably why I have the ability to kind of deal with all the different types of engineering. In school, I taken several aerospace engineering classes. One of them, we actually mathematically modeled the lunar module as it re-entered the Earth's atmosphere. So you're looking at how fast it's going, its dynamics, and it was a pretty fun project. But you get to do aerospace with that. Mechanical engineering inherently gives you the ability to do things, and you're not quite so pigeonholed into one type of thing. We take civil engineering classes and statics and strength of materials. We take chemical engineering with chemistry. We take industrial and manufacturing engineering stuff when we take manufacturing methods and things like that. So, and then plus, right out of high school, I didn't go straight into college. Like I said, I'm 27, so right out of college, I was working for a concrete contractor and worked heavy equipment, or operated heavy equipment. So I got the experience to be around all of this stuff and see what I liked about it, what I did, and how it was all put together. Worked on all the machines. Right after that, I was a General Motors mechanic at a small dealership in central Missouri. And again, being a smaller group, I got experience in everything from automatic transmissions to electrical diagnosis, communication networks inside of cars, diagnosing those things, as well as oil changes, which I'm sure will be very valuable if I'm selected for America's Top Engineer. A lot of oil changes, I'm sure, going on at that show. But as far as mental ability, I mean, I've been in challenging fields almost my entire life. Having to problem solve and sit down, and if you don't solve this, you don't get paid. So in that aspect, you're under the gun all the time, especially being a mechanic, and you just learn how to deal with that. You learn how to just push through, any sort of fear that you have, and of not knowing something, and you got to get it done right, especially the first time, especially being a mechanic. So I think that all prepared me for this TV show as well as my career after I graduate. As far as describing myself, I like to say that I'm driven, halfway talented, usually get the job done, hardworking, honest. My friends would describe me as ridiculous, maybe half mentally challenged, intense. I hear that a lot. I'm not sure why. It's probably because I'm so good looking and they're just jealous. I'm very competitive. I have been on a lot of winning teams throughout my life, but as far as sports teams, but anything that I do with 100% dedication, and I don't like to stop until the job's done, or I try to learn every single thing that I do, especially in competition events. You try to take every challenge and make it a lesson. So in that way, I'm competing against myself all the time. Almost, you could make a case for. The whole reason that I'm applying for this type of TV show, I'm not really been one to be in the spotlight, but some friends of mine, they said, we saw this thing on Facebook and we thought of you as soon as we saw it. So that kind of made me think, hey, if somebody else is seeing something I'm not seeing in myself, maybe it's worth a shot. And at the end of the day, I think, I know there's a bit of a cash reward at the end. The ultimate goal would be to win that and pay off my student tuition. It's kind of expensive to go to school, and that'd be kind of a good way to use that. But also above even that, it's just a neat opportunity to take something that I've worked my whole life essentially to do and put it on display to put all of those skills to work, whatever skills that I would have. So what makes me memorable, I would have to say I'm incredibly good looking, supremely talented. I could pretty much be Superman if I really put my mind to it. I can fly. I'm not sure if many of your contestants can fly, but I can fly. Not with a plane or anything, but just I lift my hand up and I go up into the sky. And I'm incredibly good looking. All the women like me, and I'm rich, extremely rich. Actually, I'm none of those things. I just think this opportunity would be pretty fun, and if I'm lucky enough to be chosen, I would accept the challenge with ferocity and give it my all, give it my best. Thank you for your time.